Yeah, so my school, right? My school, it's called Handelshögskolan, Stockholm School of Economics, and it's basically the Harvard of Sweden, which is very interesting because the expected salary after completing it is like 50% over the average salary. So it's pretty different in Sweden, right? When you're a good doctor in the US, you may make 300 to 500k a year, a really good doctor. But a really good doctor in Sweden makes maybe a tenth or a fifth of that. So you can't really reach those same heights, as at least as an employee in Sweden, which is one of the reasons why I don't like this country and why I will move out eventually. But anyway, so this school, one of the primary lessons that it teaches us, or the primary narratives, is that basically you can't make money unless you're either lucky or you're born with a certain skill. Basically that you can't make big outsized returns on your investments. I just took this course, finance, and unless you know something that no one else does, unless you have some way to analyze data that no one else does, then you will not make any money. And the best thing is just to take the money you earn in your slave job, from your slave job, and just put it in some index funds, the so-called market portfolio, and then watch it grow like 10% every year. And when you're 80, you'll be a millionaire. Yeah, very ridiculous. So what I realized when starting we have a small startup right now. We sell ammunition boxes to hunters, as I've talked about in earlier videos. And we're just in the beginning, in the early phase of it. And still I'm starting to realize that this idea of the perfect market, that it's very hard to make money, that unless you're a really special person with all kinds of gift and all kinds of information, then you can't make any money. This idea is false, and we're still amateurs. So we just put on some ads on Facebook, on Meta, and then we have our website, and we still make a lot of money compared to what we would have done working some measly slave job. And so my message with this is, if you go to some school, especially some economic school, maybe London Business School or some other business school, then they will discourage you from entrepreneurship. They will make it seem much harder than it actually is. But once you actually throw yourself out there, you realize that there isn't really a lot of competition, because most people are addicted to their phones. They can't stay with something for an extended period of time, and they just don't have what it takes. So once you realize that, then you might see entrepreneurship in a different light. And to me, it's just like, you know, when you're young and you want to become a football player to make money, and your parents tell you that it's really a bad career choice, because unless you're the absolute best, then you won't make any money, and it's so hard and the competition is so high. It's just not a very lucrative industry. It's kind of the same way I see working as a job, in a normal job. Unless you're using that job to get experience to start a company soon after, then the idea that you're just gonna climb the hierarchy in an organization to make money that way, it's like it pales in comparison to what you can do as an entrepreneur. Though it should be said that being an entrepreneur is way riskier, and it gives you probably way more stress, because you have to take care of everything. It's like you only eat when everyone has already eaten. You have to pay your debt holders, you have to pay your employees, you have to pay your investors, and after that there is something left for you. So it's very stressful and volatile in that way, but it's still the way to go, especially if you have high goals like me. So don't let these business schools discourage you from entrepreneurship.